Hey, it's Kendra and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I turn this canvas into this texture painting. This canvas was left at our house when we bought it, and I'm pretty sure it's just like a run-of-the-mill painting from Home Goods. It's definitely printed on there and not painted, and it already had kind of a texture on it, so I thought this would be the perfect one to do a texture painting on. So I'm just starting off by first doing a layer of white acrylic paint as a base, and then I'm just using some wall texture mix to put the actual texture on here, but be careful when you are pouring it out because it will go everywhere. So a quick vacuum later and a little bit more texture powder. I was ready to mix. I did do this kind of a thick paste material. Just keep adding water and mix until you have the right consistency. It was kind of like a really thick peanut butter. I did want it to hold a shape, so I wanted it to be thicker than the mix probably instructs you to. So before I do any sort of design, I just threw down a layer of the texture. I did maybe like a few millimeters thick, like not quite a centimeter, but I didn't want it to be too thin because I do want there to be a pattern later on, but don't do it too thick that it starts to slide off once you hang it up. And you also don't want to make the canvas too heavy when you go to hang it once everything's dry. I decided to do a pretty simple design, so I'm just doing 2 arches. You can of course use any tools you want, but I found that this tiling trowel did some really nice grooves. Also, the great thing about texture painting is if you don't like the design, you can just kind of put more texture down and cover it up really easily. So I decided to do the arch from the other way, which looked a lot better, and you'll see later on I kind of play around with covering up like a smaller arch and redoing it so it looks good. So just keep adjusting as you like, but of course don't do too much because it will start to dry and it won't be as pliable. So you don't have to work too quickly, but just keep that in mind that it'll get stiffer as it starts to dry. So for the other arch, I just went to the other side of the canvas and did it in the other direction. I didn't, again, want it to be too complicated. I wanted to keep it simple since this is the first texture painting that I'm doing, and I just kind of wanted it to be like a modern inspired painting. So I always see these arches for modern paintings. Then after I was happy with the placement of the arches, I went through and cleaned up some of the large textured chunks that appeared after I used the trowel, so just pick those out. And to hang this canvas up, since it was a bit heavier, we used one of those hooks for heavy paintings. We just ordered this kit off of Amazon, and I've also seen it at Target before, so just make sure that you're getting something that's weighted or rated for the correct weight. So we didn't want this crashing down after I was finished with it, but it was really simple. Just hook it on there. The previous owners actually already put like a picture hanging wire on the back of this, so we just hung it right up. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know how you like it in the comments down below, but I'll see you in the next one. Bye.